The Cosgrove project started March 2018, and the plan, of course, was to develop 160 premium smart homes in Nigeria's first smart estate.
The first time we came here, the whole of these 4 hectares was in a ditch, kind of. There was a serious depression, and we had a serious level difference between this place and the surrounding. And it may interest you to know that some companies were here before us, and they actually left because of that. One thing we succeeded in doing is to put up the artistry and then the engineering together, and then we were able to put together the best craftsmanship around.
What actually gave us a little bit of tough time was having to work during rainy season, having to do our foundations during rainy season. After digging your foundation trenches, your column pits, you come back the next day and see full of water. This was actually tough because it requires much of your work, and it also requires you doing one thing over and over again. So it was quite tough. But like I said earlier, with the support of the top management and also our collaborative and collective teamwork, we're able to deploy a unique technique and methodology in tackling these things, and today we are where we are.
I found out about Cosgrove through a friend, Daniel. Back in 2017, he was telling me about there's this company that is trying to come up, and how Umar Abdullah is, he's a very, very ambitious man who maintains standards without compromise. So I got to meet Umar. That was the first time I met Umar Abdullah. So he told me about his dreams. I mean, it's not easy to convince a man about what you're planning to do. But I had trust in him when he told me about his dream. So since then, every day gets deeper. The relationship, the business, everything gets deeper with Cosgrove.
Cosgrove is infusing, building and technology, putting it together in one. It wasn't really easy, because the trend of technology, how it is, where you have one thing and then the next minute something else that is even better comes into the picture. So we really wanted to be on top of our game, so we kept getting better. We kept modifying from having just a smart doorbell option and then a motion detector panic button to having, a full-on automation where you have to literally let the technology do everything for you. The kind of CEO we have is a visionary leader. He made it wasn't difficult for us to buy the idea, because he wasn't just talking about it, he was acting on it. We could see it. So it didn't take too much time for each and every one of us to actually sink into the idea, like, we can actually do this. It's just like when the number plate recognition came in, we did not even understand how it works. It's just, okay, when we are outside the country, we see it happen, but in Nigeria here, we haven't really seen it. But he told us it was possible, and then we believed, and then we all worked together. Every level of management put their forces together to make sure, it came to pass. And here we are today.
If you're a construction professional, you'd understand what it means for you to have an employer who values quality, regardless of the costs. If you can find such an employer, it's a dream come true for every professional. And that's something I was able to use to my advantage here on the project, because my employers, the management and Cosgrove appreciate quality. So when I was sourcing for materials, regardless of the costs, they didn't just settle for what was available. They just kept the standards that we were meant to achieve, and then gave me every available resource.
It was a lot of trial. We would test things, try out artisans, try out colors, materials. It was a long process, and we did a lot of mock-ups, trying different things. The selecting process was very stringent, really, here. But we're quite happy with what we came out with. I'm sure most of the people living in Cosgrove houses can attest to how good our finishing is.
With each house type, we strived to create highly functional spaces that are aesthetically pleasing, sustainable, safe, and durable.
All the gadgets we have deployed are all AI enabled, meaning they are devices that ride on artificial intelligence to give a more robust, security monitoring system.
This project is not just, a transactional project. It is a project that is a part of us. It's as if it's like a child.
It's a high point for me when I have a house type completed and I have a client take over their house. Like everything I'm doing, like this is the high point. The highlight of it is having a completed house.
One of the best feelings I've had in a very, very long time. To feel like I'm a part of it, to see it actually happen, to be able to touch it. Like, oh my God, we're here. I'm standing here. I'm looking at everything. It was such a good feeling.
With Cosgrove is different. Yeah, there's that transparency among the team, and then even the agents that are coming through the team, there's a whole lot of transparency there. So they are doing well.
Sky may not be the limit. We'll get to wherever construction will take us to.